anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special, and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not hesitate to kill her.
Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time, we saw a freaking awesome scene with Demitri. Oh my god.
Before I break your neck, there is one thing I must ask you.
That's an interesting threat. Her neck is very, very well protected at the moment.
Stay out of my way.
I don't recall giving you permission to speak. Answer my question. That is all you have left to do.
I don't recall giving you people don't need permission to speak. Good lord, you're gonna be a tyrant.
Flame Emperor. No. Edelgard. Tell me now. Why did you cause such a tragedy?
Again, she had nothing to do with Duscar. She's already told you that.
You killed your own mother, and yet you haven't even had the decency to stop and consider the reasons behind your actions. Have you?
This is such a weird line of it, because, like, she's already told you she had nothing to do with that. Repeatedly.
I already told you I had nothing to do with that.
It was foolish to think I could reason with a lowly
What
beast.
is up with the kingdom and everyone referring to everyone else as a beast?
Your Majesty, now! You are a monster.
Come, Hubert.
That was odd. Why did Hubert show up there?
To flee is futile, wicked girl. The Church of Seros will raise its entire army against you until you have been captured and punished.
Yeah, about that. I've seen the next month.
You have defiled the holy tomb, dishonored the goddess, and humiliated your brethren. That crime will never be erased. Even if you burn in the eternal flames and spill all of your blood into the goddess's soil. Come, Professor. Let us return and decide upon our next course of action.
I was gonna say, I mean, she will eventually get hunted down, because obviously this plot is not going to end with Edelgard winning. That's a different storyline.
We weren't able to defeat her.
No, because she teleports around like a little... That is one thing that I do have to say, and this is not Fire Emblem specific, but I do get so annoyed at games where teleportation is such a easy and overpowered mechanic, where you just constantly are like, how does anything actually get done if everyone just teleports everywhere? But we never get to teleport anywhere. It's always the enemies, and it's just like, oh, come on. Make a more realistic and interesting storyline than just, oh, ho, ho, teleport away! Over and over and over again.
Your Highness. I will kill Edelgard with my own hands. I swear it! Let's return to the monastery, Professor. It is clear what must be done.
I do want to know why he thinks that Edelgard had anything to do with Duscar. Because he's very convinced of it, but she's consistently denied it every single... Like, what is the Flame Emperor's connection? I kind of know the answer to that, in that the, like, agents of those who slither were responsible for Duscar and are also helping Edelgard, but still, he's so convinced of it.
So, he's finally shown his true face. The same Demitri I've seen once before. A beast who loves spilling blood.
I figured this was coming.
You're wrong. I'm sure of it. There has to be an explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's the person that he thinks killed his parents.
I knew he'd been carrying the burden of that tragedy. I understand his thirst for revenge. His family and closest friends, all massacred right in front of him. But it still doesn't add up. There must be more that we don't know.
That's true. Demitri didn't come unhinged until after the Flame Emperor was unmasked.
You don't think there's some connection between those two, do you?
I mean, obviously there is. We know a little bit about that from having had our hearts-to-hearts with Demitri, where we find out that the two of them were very, very close when they were younger, but then something happened to separate them, something we haven't heard about yet.
The leaders of the church have misused its creed to fulfill their true desire, to rule the world. They have fooled the people of Fodlan. Long ago, they divided the Empire to create a kingdom, and then divided that kingdom to create an alliance. They did all of this to make the masses bicker amongst themselves. They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority. They gathered gold and lived in extravagance. How? By preying on the devotion of those who wished for the goddess's salvation. Those corrupt hypocrites cannot lead Fodlan to true peace. Their foul belief system must be torn
That was it.
asunder
She said
so
like
that
foul.
true wisdom may finally prevail. And so, I have decided, by order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, the Empire hereby declares war on the Church of Seros.
I cannot believe it. Let us recount the situation as it stands, Professor. After you returned from the Holy Tomb,
Yeah, I love it. It's like, we're gonna raise an army and hunt you down, and it's like, no, we're the Church of Seros. We don't really have an army. We have some knights.
the Adrestian Empire declared war upon the Church of Seros, as well as our allies.
What allies do we have? I assume you mean the Kingdom and the Alliance.
Edelgard demanded her own father relinquish the throne, and then assumed the position of Emperor. She has deemed the Church of Seros to be an evil of this world, and is calling upon the people of Fodlan to help her tear it down. I must discuss our response to this declaration with the Archbishop, after the Knights return from their investigation. Until then, watch over the students. See that they remain
Oh
calm.
yeah, that'll be easy.
Professor, the Empire has declared war on the Church of Seros.
We knew this day would come, sooner or later.
What's going to happen?
Bad things.
We can't afford to be optimistic. It's entirely possible the kingdom will be invaded.
I mean, it's very probable, since it was also a declared war on the Church's allies.
Settle yourself, Ingrid. We need to carefully consider our options.
We can't just act rashly. That will only make things worse.
Once we've ascertained the situation, we must return to Ferdiad. Your Highness.
Okay. Good voice line from Dimitri there.
Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. To War. Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder perhaps of some inescapable truth.
The moon is a reminder of the truth. Like, what? Who writes this? Gerald, you're cool, but you're dumb.
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
Well, they've kind of got a crazy person at the helm now.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgard's heart.
Yeah, what's her objective?
There is no question on that front. She clearly wishes to conquer all of Fodlan. And in order to achieve her own selfish ambitions, she plotted with ill-meaning strangers and defiled the Holy Tomb. Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Interesting. I don't remember that line before, but it could be I've just forgotten.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir.
Welcome back, Shamir.
There you go.
Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
Hey, don't point!
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield.
Well, obviously, yeah.
If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you.
Because I'm also the one that kind of had a god living inside my stomach. I don't know why it's my stomach, but it is. I already know why me. Yeah, what are the sacred duties?
You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are.
That doesn't sound like an answer to my question.
Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
I'm glad to have that's confidence in me. Don't be all broody, Sedith.
Please, you must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear professor is a vessel, one who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her.
I love that line is much more vague and uncertain whenever Sedith or whenever Larshi is female.
I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the professor, after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
They will prove to be our brethren. The professor's awesome.
You have my gratitude, Sedith. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
Alright, so first question. This battle recommends level 23. So actually, yeah, I don't need to do any of the auxiliary missions. Because the last battle also recommended level 23, so I'm good to go on that. I don't think anyone is level 30 yet, so I don't have to worry about this. Yeah, you can tell I've recruited a lot of people. This is my last chance to recruit, and I need to try and get Petra. Also, you know how we do. I'm surprised that none of these... I guess, oh, these are all A ranks. So yeah, they won't unlock yet. I'm still surprised. Interesting. Can I even invite her to places?
I am owing big debts to Duke Garrett of the Empire. He is the Minister of Affairs that are foreign. He is a friend of Edelgard. He is to her side. What should I be doing?
Okay, let's see if I can do anything. First of all,
This is not. This is. This
this is what you do. I have not been doing this very much because basically I already recruited most everyone. But let me see if I can get any, whatever she has.
I had lost the plate. This is not. This is. This is not. This is. This is. This is. This. 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 This.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's one or two more.
This. This. This is. This.
We'll just see what we can get.
This is. This. 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 This is not belong. This is. This is. This is. This is. This. This is. This is.
Nope, just that one. I'll be back after I meal with her, and possibly sing with her. I need to do everything I can to make her like me more.
That's so.
I hate the proper conduct tournament because it's a swords tournament, and it won't let me do anything else until I've won that. But I can't win it because I'm not a swords person. Annoying.
I've known His Highness since I was a child, but I've never seen that side of him before. He seemed like a completely different person than the one I know.
I don't know why I'm showing this on camera. Let me not do that. What we need to do is go into the sports sections. So, surprisingly, Dimitri doesn't have anyone. After, like, although I guess actually it's not surprising because I didn't use Dimitri in that mission. A lot of other people have stuff, though. Look at all these A's waiting to go. Surprising that I can't do a B.
Oh no, it's Felix. He's coming right at me. If I run, he'll chase me. Maybe if I just hold really, really still.
God damn it, Bernie.
Ahem.
Whatever it is, I didn't do it, I swear. Unless I'm offending you just by standing here.
No, here. I believe this is yours.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's my satchel. Wait, where did you get that?
Stop asking questions and just take it.
God, Felix.
No! Trap! It's a trap!
Why are you acting like this?
Acting? Does this terror on my face look fake to you?
He's not that scary.
You're being difficult. Come on, this is yours.
I can't. Your icy glare has frozen me completely.
Got Bernie.
Shut up, just take the thing.
No, please don't kill me.
Seriously? I don't know why she's so overactive,
What?
Felix.
Who's going to...
Sword! He's got a sword!
My sword! How did you...
I can't do this anymore!
What the hell?
What an odd girl. But she's certainly caught my attention. I've never seen that technique before.
Oh god damn it, Bernie, that was the worst thing you could have done. Just take the damn satchel.
Oh, I still have to give this back to her.
Alright, and then Felix also has level B with Flame.
Flame, what's that you're hiding?
Many things.
Oh no, my surprise is spoiled. I had brought some fruits for you to cut up in addition to the firewood. I thought some variation might prove amusing.
He said he wasn't doing that anymore.
No, I'm not doing that again. I've got better uses for my sword than chopping up fruit and firewood.
I cannot imagine what could be better than chopping fruit.
Chopping up my enemies.
I may have seen this already.
You say that as though you have many enemies. So you would rather chop people than firewood. Is that it?
I mean, a sword is a tool and it's designed to kill people. If you want to chop up firewood, you'd use an axe.
That's not how I'd put it, but a blade's purpose is to kill. To chop wood, use an axe. To chop food, use a knife. It's simple.
Surely it is not forbidden to use your sword for other things, like chopping fruit.
I mean, not forbidden, but why would you do it?
Swords that cut inanimate objects are serving a much finer purpose than those that cut living beings.
What a noble sentiment. But without a blade to cut down your enemies, you cannot win.
I mean, that's not true. As we have seen from Oh, Sylvain. Axe cuts down enemies very, very well.
Those who are weak lose everything and they die. Those who are strong win and live on. I understand why you balk at bloodshed, but you must know that it has a purpose.
And what purpose might that be?
A purpose. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not in the mood to debate you. I'll continue to wield my sword, and if necessary, cut down my enemies.
But I'm not interested in cutting up fruits and firewood.
He certainly is a stubborn one.
Okay, so Felix is done. Flane doesn't have anyone. And what about Bernie? Bernie does have someone else. And you know how we do. We always go straight down the line of, you know, Bernie will exhaust, and it looks like Sylvain and Ingrid. Is that it? Yep, Sylvain and Ingrid.
I've looked everywhere. I guess Sylvain must still have it. Huh? When did this book get here? Wait, this is mine. And there's something sticking out of it. A letter? Dear author, I read your manuscript quite by accident and duly apologize. However, I also write today to inform you that I enjoyed your story tremendously.
Interesting. This is very, like, straightforward and not beguiled.
I laughed and cried as the heroine overcame her many obstacles, growing stronger with each step. Your literary style presents a unique perspective. I could sense you watching over the protagonist.
That's a little bit bad, actually. You want the protagonist to not feel like they're protected by God.
Wow, so many compliments, and so much attention to detail.
I mean, that was pretty vague, though.
The girl's failures are as compelling as her triumphs. Since authors are told to write what they know, I believe your tale would not have been so convincing were it not for your own experiences. What? My own experiences? That's a weird way to give praise. Who wrote this anyway? Who would read my story so carefully and then write this long letter to tell me about it?
Someone that's trying to impress you, and possibly get in your pants, that you don't wear.
Whoever it is, they must be wonderful. Someone like my dear old uncle. I do hope my letter inspires you to keep writing. Looking forward to the next chapter. Your devoted fan, Sylvain. What? Sylvain? It can't be!
I don't know why you're surprised. You knew Sylvain was the one who had it.
Hey, Bernadetta. Did you read my letter?
You were totally eavesdropping.
How long have you been standing there?
I'm sorry, but I fell head over heels for your story. It's so good, and I just had to tell you about it. So, what do you say? Will you write more? Why don't we talk literature over some tea?
Oh, I see your plan now. You're out to humiliate me. Very clever, but I'm not falling for it.
Alright, and unfortunately, I actually think that is the last... Yeah, they don't have any more. Which is unfortunate.
Ah, there you are. I just checked your room, but obviously you weren't
I've
in
got to
there.
say, Bernadetta gets out of her room a lot in these scenes.
Oh, you didn't break the door down again looking for me.
I've forgotten about that.
Of course not. I'm not unreasonable. I just wanted to discuss something with you.
Discuss? Is that really all? Okay, I can handle that.
Firstly, I'd like to apologize for breaking down your door. I'm sorry. It was perhaps a bit rash.
A bit, yes.
There was a period of time, quite a while ago, when I acted much the same as you. I spent many hours locked away in my own room.
You did? Really?
Really? Because I understood where you were coming from, I knew I had to intervene. Whether you're hiding under your pillows or not, trouble will come our way sooner or later. At that time, is it better to have wasted your energy hiding away? Or better to have spent it honing your skills so that you can lend a hand?
I mean, but that's a lot of work.
But even if I did train, what's the point? It's not like it would do much good.
Don't speak so disparagingly of yourself. It doesn't help things. You have plenty of strengths.
No, you think so?
Just look how quickly you sprint back to your room, for example. With more practice, I have a feeling you could outrun most anyone. You're also exceedingly talented in the arts. Surely there's a creative way to apply those talents on the battlefield.
Is talented in the arts? How do we know?
Stop wasting your breath and energy on putting yourself down. Just try your best. I'm not giving up on you. You have so much power in you, just waiting to be unleashed.
You really believe all that? That's so nice. All right. For you, Ingrid, I'll do it.
Excellent. Let's be on our way.
Oh, geez, where are we going?
Hey, wait! Ah, what are you doing? I didn't agree to this! Put me down! Do you have to be so bouncy?
That got us here much quicker, don't you think? Let's begin. Let's warm up by sparring.
Oh, stop! Please! I surrender!
You can't surrender before you've even started.
Giving in so soon? There's no such thing as surrender on the battlefield.
Bernadetta reminds me of a very scared, what am I trying to say? A very scared, Hilda. So that was Sylvain and Ingrid. Ooh, I like them both. Raphael and Ignatz versus Lysithian Mariette. Damn. I'll get freaking Mercedes out of the way, actually, because I always cheat.
Mercedes, hello. I have a request for you.
I don't know why, this guy has an incredibly punchable face.
Oh, Eloise. What could you possibly need at this hour?
A little birdie told me you're good at telling ghost stories.
What the hell?
I suppose I am.
So it's true. Excellent. I'd like to hear one of your finest ghost stories.
At this, what?
Would you be amenable?
Goodness, you want me to share one? Well, certainly. I'm rarely asked to tell ghost stories. Which should I tell? Perhaps the one I heard in the monastery the other day.
Wait a moment.
Is something the matter?
Well, I was only asking whether you'd tell me. The telling itself will have to be another time.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Are you sure? It's no trouble right now.
No, I have to steel myself. I mean, I have something important to do.
God damn it, Eloise.
I see. That's a shame, but I
So I have to
suppose
build
it
their
can help.
relationship in order to hear ghost stories? That feels like entrapment.
Why the sudden interest in hearing a ghost story?
Well, you see, ghosts terrify me. But I'm a knight. Someday, somewhere, I may have to deal with one.
It'll be the ghost of Gerald. Ooh.
A knight who's afraid of ghosts.
Yes, it's quite embarrassing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Yes, you did.
Even knights can't be stoic toward everything. I'm impressed that you're working so hard to face your fear.
No, it's nothing, really.
It's always something.
I will tell you my scariest ghost story the next chance I get.
Oh, it needn't be your very scariest. A moderately scary story will suffice. Thank you for taking the time.
Okay, that actually was amusing. I enjoyed that. We'll start with Sylvain, I guess. Sylvain and Marianne.
Hello, Marianne. All done for the day?
Oh, Sylvain. Yes, I was just heading back to my quarters.
Does Sylvain have a link with every female in the game?
Well then, my timing couldn't be better. I was just heading into town and I thought maybe you'd like to join me?
How is that not better? Town and her room are very different places.
I don't think I should.
I heard a story once about a beautiful maiden who was locked up in a monastery day and night. She was held prisoner by her own fear of the outside world. Then a brave knight set the girl free and took her to town, where they drank tea and talked for hours. So, my fair maiden?
Please, you should not waste your time on me.
That's interesting, where she's not rebuffing him because she thinks he's shallow. She's rebuffing him because she feels like she'll hurt anyone close to her.
Besides, my adoptive father requested that I not stray too far from the monastery.
Margrave Edmund wants to keep you locked up, huh? I've heard he's let's call it ambitious. Well, just tell him who I am. I think he'd approve. I'm heir to House Gautier, one of the most prominent families in the kingdom. I've got a crest, I've got money, and I'm stunningly handsome.
God damn it, Sylvain. I love that deadpan look.
Was it the handsome thing? I can see how that might have been a bit much.
I don't really know you all that well, but I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me that you have a crest.
Oh, no. I didn't mean you should find my crest impressive. I meant your family would, and you know what? Maybe I should start over.
If you're going into town, please just go without me.
I do love watching Sylvain get shut down.
Oh, okay. I've got to get going anyway. Places to be, you know. Well, this is me going. But remember, should you ever need me, I will forever be your knight, my maiden.
Poor Sylvain.
I wonder what he meant by that.
I meant that he'll always be there for you if you need him. And he called you a maiden. Alright, and then... Lysithea.
Sylvain, I've been looking for you. Do you have a moment?
Interesting, that is not how I expected this conversation to start.
Hey, Lysithea. I was about to grab some food. Would you like to come along?
Actually, yes. That sounds fine.
Great. Let's go. The dining hall isn't exactly relaxing, is it? If there's a next time, I'll take you somewhere with a much better atmosphere.
I don't really care about the atmosphere. I just wanted to apologize.
Wow, she actually got to the not dismissive and demeaning part of her character very quickly with Sylvain.
Nah, I get why you told me off. There's nothing you need to apologize for.
Can you just shut your mouth and listen for once? Here's something you may have already picked up on. I very much dislike being treated like a child. I've worked very hard to be where I am now, and such treatment makes it feel like all of that work is being ignored.
But I think you're a genius, and you work harder than I ever did. When I was your age...
Yes, you already told me all of this. Back then, you were just as devoted to goofing off as you are now.
Ah, so I already told you that. What a perfect memory you have.
And there it is. You're always so quick to flatter every woman you come across. I knew that, and yet I never thought you would direct your antics at me.
Why not? You're a woman.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I know how hard you work, and I really wasn't trying to upset you. I just wanted to chat.
I do not mind that you wished to chat with me. In fact, you might even say I was happy about it.
I never thought I would see Lysithea cut in with her blushing.
Seriously? It sure didn't seem that way.
Well, it's true. Your behavior is maddening. But in retrospect, I realize that was you treating me as you do all women, rather than like a child. I wasn't thinking about it like that at the time, and so I snapped at you. I could have perhaps approached the matter with a tad more maturity. Therefore, I would like to apologize.
An apology? That is not how these conversations usually turn out. There's no need for that, though. Really, you'll make me blush if you keep this up.
Well, she already made herself blush. I think it's only fair.
Listen, Lysithea, I want you to know that I meant every word, even if sincerity is difficult for me. You're as lovely as you are clever, and you have this strange charm about you. That's what I really honestly think.
There you go again with your false flattery.
I swear to you, it isn't false at all. And it's not flattery if it's the truth.
True.
Say what you will, you're still gonna have to earn my trust.
Well, I mean, that's very expected.
Just this once, I'll cut you some slack. Don't get used to it. It's not like I can change who you are as a person.
I mean, you could try.
Sweet and tolerant. You never cease to amaze.
I'll leave you with this. Don't say things you don't mean. It makes it impossible to tell the lies from the truth. Don't come crying to me if you carry on as you have and end up with no friends.
I have to say, Lysithea, your harshness is one of those things I find so charming about you.
Ah, you are exhausting. I guess the positivity is okay, though.
Alright, so there goes Sylvain. And we also already got Mercedes, so... No, it was Ingrid that was next. However, you know how we do, so Marianne is next because we always followed the trail. Okay, I'm just going to skip this one because there's absolutely no reason for me to watch two Golden Deer. I know I've already seen all the way through them, but I have not seen Marianne and Ash.
Oh, is that Marianne?
It is. Your eyes do not deceive you. It's good for an archer to have decent eyes.
No, sorry. It's just you turned so quickly. It gave me a start. I don't mean to interrupt your prayers, but what's with that posture? Don't you think lowering your head so much might, I don't know, offend the goddess? Maybe, spook her a little?
What the hell?
I'm not praying, only confessing.
Confessing? What are you confessing for?
For everything about me.
Oh, that's right. The first one was kind of about him getting freaked out because of, you know, when she lowers her head, she looks sinister.
That can't possibly be necessary. There's no way you're as bad as you make it seem. I've seen how kind you are with the horses, and I've noticed you're always sensitive to everyone's tastes when you cook.
But that's...
I mean, all true, yes.
Yeah, well, if either of us is going to confess, it should be me. I used to be a thief. I may have only stolen because I was poor and starving, but it was still wrong. I'm only even here thanks to Lenato. He gave me a second chance, and now I eat well every day. I'm doing all I can to make the most of it.
And you killed him. Did I actually have Ash do the final blow? I think I might have.
You're a noble yourself, aren't you? The daughter of Margrave Edmund, I think. And if you're a noble, that means... Do you happen to have a crest?
A crest? I do, but it's...
I knew it. That's great, Marianne.
Yeah, it's not great for Marianne.
There's nothing great about it.
Please, don't be modest. It's an extraordinary gift. You should be proud of it. If I had one, I'd use it to make sure my brother and sister never had to live in poverty. Think about all the good you could do for the world with your power.
Oh, this is so tragic, because of course we know the truth about Marianne's crest.
No, I can't. You don't understand. This crest is worthless. I'm sorry, but I must go.
No, not again. I'm not good at this.
You are definitely not, but I'm here for it. All right. So, and Ash was the only one they had there. So the other one was Lysithea, who was also done. So I think that brings us back to Ingrid. We'll do Ignatz first.
Good day, Ignatz. So, painting again?
Ingrid. Yes, I'm painting St. Saros again.
You know, he lives... You could get the real one upstairs.
Look, I'm really sorry about the last time. It's my fault it turned out so, well, different.
No need to apologize. I appreciated the fresh input. It made me think.
That's kind of you to say, but no need to pull punches.
It's the truth. I'm so caught up in my own mind, I'd never have thought to try that.
Ignatz, I appreciate your attitude, but...
Not everyone is mad at you.
Yes?
There are times when it's okay to feel upset or angry. If you are feeling that way, it's always best to be honest.
But...
Ignatz does have a problem being mad about anything ever.
I understand the weight of what I did. I besmirched a sacred image, and it was a painting you were pouring your heart into. I got carried away, but I'd prefer if you had told me then and there that my request was uncalled for.
I'm not angry. I could never get angry with you.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? I'm the one apologizing.
Oh, sorry.
Stop saying sorry! Never mind. Forgive me. I came here to apologize, and now I'm being sharp with you.
Well, it is kind of who you are, and Ignatz is very, very frustrating in his, lack of balls.
Don't worry. It's my fault, really. I'm not very good at expressing myself.
I never intended to be such a bother. I think I'll leave you to it.
Oh, okay.
Stop! saying sorry. Alright, and Ingrid also has one with Raphael, my favorite character. That may not be true. I think Shamir's still number 1, but...
Is that Ingrid? I'd better get out of here before she scolds me again. Actually, she looks kind of sad. Maybe I shouldn't run away. Hey! Ingrid! Why do you look so sad? Are you hungry or something?
Raphael, can I just have you as my roommate? Like, you would crack me up every day.
Oh, it's you. No, I'm not hungry.
You're not hungry, but you're sad anyway? I don't get it. Are you sick?
No.
Then are you sure you're not hungry?
I just told you that wasn't it. It's nothing you can help with anyway.
Well, sometimes you gotta talk it out. That's what my grandpa says.
Yeah, I guess that's helpful sometimes. Are you willing to listen then?
Of course! Please, go ahead.
I've just received yet another letter from my father regarding a marriage arrangement with a noble family.
Just tell him to F off.
I see, I see.
I am the only person in House Galatea capable of carrying on our family line, of passing on a crest.
Ah, I see. I see.
Raphael, are you listening?
I've long understood that it would be expected of me to marry, of course.
I see. I see.
Raphael, stop talking.
Raphael, are you even listening?
I'm right there with you, but...
Did you hear that ominous sound? Was that thunder?
Sorry. All that listening made me hungry. After hearing you out, I think you're probably just hungry too. And your troubles are sure to go away after a good meal.
Seriously, Raphael, okay. This was hilarious at the beginning, but it is getting a little old.
I really am not hungry. But I can't say no to good food. Alright, let's just eat then. I can tell you about my struggles some other time, maybe.
Alright. And that finishes them. So it looks like we've just got a couple of isolated people. Manuela and Dorothea have started a link, which is... I wonder how they got there, because I don't use either of them in battle.
Professor Manuela, it's been far too long since we've had a proper chat. Let's fix that right now.
Too true, Dorothea. We hardly have a moment to spare here. But it's so nice to see you flourishing. It certainly brings back memories.
Brings back memories?
You know, somehow you've gotten even prettier. The years have been kind to you.
That's something like a rose telling a daisy it's pretty, but I appreciate the compliment all the same.
Oh, honey, if that's the case, I hope you'll work hard to never become a rose like me. Too many thorns.
Oh, stop it. You've accomplished a great deal. You should be proud.
That is the problem. Anytime you accomplish something, you never look at what you've done, only what you haven't done yet. And as you do more and more, the list of what you want to do grows.
That's a very nice sentiment, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So, I've been dying to know, how did you come to be enrolled here? I know you didn't have any family connections. How'd you do it?
I mean, she paid enrollment. What the hell?
Well, it did require pulling some noble strings. But learning everything to pass the entrance exams, that was all me, and very hard. Especially while I was still singing for the opera. But I wanted the academy more than anything else.
Well, bravo, and well done. You've always had to find your own way in life, haven't you? I so wish you could rely on people more often.
It is unfortunate, but at the same time, you can't go through life expecting anyone else to support you.
Still, though, you haven't said why you worked so hard to get into Garreg Mach.
Yeah, she has. She said that she wanted to be in the monster more than anything.
Isn't it obvious? Because you were here. When you retired, it broke my heart. But it also woke me up. Seeing someone like you, who shined so brightly on the stage, give it all up and start a brand new life. It got me thinking about my own future, and what I wanted it to look like.
As ever, I followed your lead.
Aww.
Oh my. I don't know what to say.
There's not a conversation. When I saw them linked, I figured they would be like catty over their operatic background.
I had also heard that the heirs to the Alliance, Empire, and the Kingdom were all enrolling this year. With such an exceptional crop of potential spouses, how could I go anywhere else?
And have you gotten what you are after? Your dreams, a future, and a good partner?
There have been good people, definitely. But as for my future...
Yeah, we won't know that until the end of the game.
It's so nice to spend time with you again, Manuela. It's been too long.
Alright, and these are the last two. Hanneman and Annette?
And that should explain it. Did you understand all of that, young Annette?
I did. Thank you very much. Oh, but I was also wondering about this part here. It seems a bit off.
Questioning something like this is proof that your understanding has grown. Most impressive.
That is always true. There's a lot of things that you learn only to find out that what you learned wasn't true. It was just the starting point to understand the concept.
Sit there, and I'll put this on the blackboard so you may copy it into your notes for later study.
Wonderful. I can't wait.
I believe that should explain everything, yes? Any further questions?
Hanneman is so, gentle and patient.
None. Thank you so much. I feel so great. I'm really sorry for taking up so much of your time, though.
Not at all. Not at all. Your intellectual curiosity is marvelous to see. And you have a top-notch character. Keep on as you are, and I sense a bright future for you. Seeing you continue to grow and succeed is more than a humble professor like myself deserves.
Really? That's so nice of you to say. I'll do my best. I'm honored to be your student.
Oh, and that's a good person.
If only your friends would learn from your example. Yes, a classroom full of attentive, studious pupils would be quite refreshing after all these years.
When I first read that, I thought he was saying attractive instead of attentive, but I was like, dude.
Have a good evening, Miss Annette, and do not hesitate to ask any other questions.
I won't, thank you. Goodbye for now.
Wait, you'll trip if you leave like that.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
All right. And with that, we will go ahead and end the episode. Next time will be the Assault of Edelgard. Let's see how this mission goes without Claude doing one of his stupid schemes. I'm here for it, guys.
Thank you.